Go live, baby. Look at that Nesco, man. So, hello everyone, it was time for Demon Slayer waifus, right? And best girls. And I feel that Nesco is a pretty shoe-in to win, right? I feel Nesco's pretty shoe-in to win. So we used first Chainsaw Man, the rest of that, let's go for that. That was a great trailer. I think it's probably the last trailer, it's like the fourth trailer, right? But I was excited to see, right? I have a crush on Yaiba for us. I do! I love her, man. I love her so much since Dumbbell, right? So I probably would be a power main, right? Even though people keep telling me that Makima's gonna be the best waifu in Chainsaw Man, I feel that, you know, like a voice actor does a lot of stuff, you know, yeah. So power is probably my best girl. Maybe my best girl then. But now then, talking about best girl, wife of Demon Slayer, because I've been waiting to do this thing for a little bit. Because yeah, I mean, you know, it's Demon Slayer, right? Obviously Daki and her, you know, big badunkas is what I'm thinking mostly of. No, but come on, you know with Daki, right? You're always like, that was kind of weird, but this team with Daki, that was kind of good, right? Yeah, you're always like, no, but seriously, half that season, right? Let's be honest here, half the season of Demon Slayer was Daki's ass, right? Like, holy shit, man. Like, I almost wanted her to win. Like, seriously, she was just a waifu, even though there are other, of course, hot waifus in Demon Slayer, Daki seriously delivers so much butt, right? No, but seriously, like I love her outfit. Holy shit, I said here immediately, right? Before we into the list, right? There's obviously a mixture here of human and demons. Like we always do this waifu list, right? The ranking and whatever. We can't just look at the humans or whatever. Right? If anything, it's funny to do with the monster girl list or something like that. But obviously Daki is, Daki by far is the main demon chick, right? Unquestionably, no other demonic lady is even close to Daki. So I don't feel this is on that level, right? This video is probably gonna be the hardest thing. Is probably kind of funny to rank, you know, the three waifus, right? Yeah, I feel the hardest part's gonna be to rank the three waifus. Mitsuru, I would say, is the, you know, yeah, like she's the top dog human, perhaps. You got Shinobu, got some other waifus, right, from the human side. That's the main competition there. But I do feel the hardest part, so we can get an image of them, is kind of coming to his wives, you know, the triple wives, right? Yeah. Here it is. Yeah, this is a good example. These ladies, right? Because they have the same husband. Who does he smash first, right? I guess does all of them. So it's a little bit, right? A little bit looking at that thing. But anyway. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. That's why I like that. Let's put this one there. That's better. Yeah, it's my eye for ass googling. change some man googling. So okay, not that many characters in Demon Slayer, and I say here it's an anime only. I said earlier, right? It's an anime only stream, guys, right? I tend to do mostly anime only. I feel when we do this waifu list, right, and tier list and so on, and this general waifu Monday. But yeah, anime only. So it lacks a few characters, of course, and there are definitely more female characters. But I couldn't find the names right. They're not like a woman that dies in like 5 seconds and doesn't even have a name right. So there are some of those characters. That being said, though, there are a couple of basically characters that die here immediately as well, for the matter, in this list as well, right? But anyway. So let's start somewhere, right? Let's start putting up Daki then. So Daki, that's the waifu, right? She's super hot, Miss Ass. Like I said, right, it's hard to put Daki in. She's probably the hottest character. Yeah, like I'm going to say it immediately again right there. It's hard not to have Daki in that. No, but she's super hot, man. And, you know, she works like an organ, right? You know, like a prostitute. It makes it hotter. For me, it does that. I don't know you guys, but she's that pretty woman. Yeah, makes it hotter, man. While we had it, then, I guess take this Oreo. This is... her name is Koinatsu. Yeah, Koinatsu. Inte the name right because koi is a fish, right? Carp or so on, and Natsu is summer. So her name is like summer carp or like fish summer or something, or summer fish or whatever. It's like a nice name. You know how that works, right? But anyway, I think she's pretty hot, man. She's a pretty hot character. She's that nice Orient, you know, the nice lady that takes care of the girls and helps them and so on. Basically a little bit of a, a motherly character, right, for the older woman in the entertainment industry, right? You know what I mean? She's up there too. I will big difference between these two girls though, but we start with that, right? Then we kind of move down the list and put some more characters in between probably later on. Where is... Oh yeah, here's a good trash character, man. This is, her name is, that's what it said, Mukagu. Yeah, she gets like immediately destroyed, man. This is one of the 12 demons, right? And Musan like, oh, you're afraid of the humans, so I will just destroy you. So she's basically just trash, man. She's like appeared one episode and gets killed, right? Yeah, come on. Loser demon chick, okay? Loser demon chick. Daki, cool demon chick. Loser demon chick, come on. Loser demon. So, likewise, it's a little bit mean for these ladies here, but I put them in mid then. This woman here. Where's the other lady? There's another woman with the same thing. Maybe I forgot to put her in the list. Now she's that woman is trash, but whatever. She can represent. This woman here represents like humans that get owned. Yeah, this woman's name is the Toki, and she gets like owned, man. She's one of those. There's more than her, but she represents all the ladies that get owned. You know what I mean? It's like seriously, I want to put them in trash, even though they get killed immediately. But Toki here, right? These are quite more females like her. Not all of them are named. She is named though. She's killed by the swamp demon. But yeah, I mean, there are more victims there, right? I think she represents all these ladies that just get owned, right? Like they never do anything. They never really get like a revenge or whatever. They just get owned. They fall for a trap or something, right? To some extent, if you're gonna put like 20 more cats here, right? And they're all of these victims. The only difference though, I guess, she just owned. She's basically trash, right? Honestly. But there are also other ones that might survive longer. I don't know. I'm gonna rate them after their survivability. But that being said, though, right? Like most of these ladies that just get killed, right? It's like I feel in any horror movie, it's always like, why did you walk into the house with the zombie or whatever? You know what I mean? It's a little bit like, well, it's kind of trash and die immediately. But I think she can represent all these ladies that just get killed, right? Without doing anything. Okay, so she's mid, and there's like all of them. There could be like 20 more faces here, right? Of unknown victims. Basically, here's another one. This is another. She's named though. This is Satako. She's named, but she also just dies immediately. Like literally, yeah, this woman's alive for like 3 minutes. You know what I mean? But they're named. There are like 20 more of them that haven't even have a name yet. But anyway, that's pretty mid. And if you compare it to this girl, right? Tomi is the grandma, and her name is Fuku, right? Yeah, Fuku and Tomi. If you compare Fuku and Tomi, right, they're obviously better. And I think we're going for the same Attack on Titan thing here, right? So this woman, right, she survived demons twice, right? Sure, saved by Rapidish, but she survived demons twice. Her granddaughter, there was with her not selling food, also survived demon once, right? So these ladies, right, they are actually like humans that are engaging with demons, right? They don't have any powers, don't have any martial arts skills, but they survive, right? Yeah, these two ladies, well, they're, grandma and granddaughter, they have survived, the demons, right? Yeah, so they're obviously better than these ladies that are just like getting killed, right? I have to be honest here. They don't do much more, but these girls at least survive the shit, right? Yeah, come on, that's definitely a better best girl waifu, man. They have some survivability. Okay, that's kind of the basic humans. No, let's get more interesting. Let's take a. I don't want to take the wife yet. Okay, so where is Tanjiro's mom then? Okay, so Tanjiro's mom is hot, right? Yeah, she kind of lived outside, fought the demons. This is obviously Tanjiro's, MILF mother, right? She's probably up there, probably higher than Ori, I guess. Her husband has all the sickness and all right, yeah, and she could fight demons to some extent, right? Sure, she dies too, but her. But the thing is that her family is obviously a target. Yeah, I feel that Tanjiro's mom, right? And I guess she can represent his sisters or whatever. They're obviously targets by the demons, like straight up, right? It's like these are the family of this thing or whatever. These are just like random nobodies. He walks into death, man. This girl is like, oh, a dick, yeah. She's a typical woman that's like charmed by a demon or a vampire, in typical horror movie, and was into a dark alley and get killed, right? I mean, yeah, this woman is just like stupid. Let's be honest here. I put it in trash, seriously. Isn't she just a woman that is like, oh, what a handsome man, yeah, let's go into the dark alley, and then she gets killed, right? Like that's how she dies. That's pretty stupid. Tanjiro's mom is like attacked their home, right? She's like a target. They invade her house and so on, right? Yeah, they are like, that's way different, right? Honestly, she also takes it in her home. Yeah, she's kind of like the nobody gets killed by in her home. She's the nobody that goes into the dark alley and dies. Yeah, when I think about that is worse. That is worse. Yeah, she would represent really stupid people that dies immediately. But I'm looking from a horror aspect, right? She really represents that, like the stupid character in the horror movie that goes and dies for no reason. Okay, this woman is the, I don't know. She's like this is the mean Orion. I guess is she trash? She kind of gets killed by Daki, right? But I guess she isn't like... She isn't... Daki is, of course, the really mean waifu. Umitsu, she's also an Orion, you know? But she's the really... Yeah, Koinatsu is the really nice Orion that all the kids like. You know, she's the very, you know, MILF that teaches all the girls the tricks. And yeah, she's the very nice Orion, right? That everyone respects her. She's kind of like... Is the Orion that just kind of walks there and gets killed. But I guess he isn't like a evil person. If you think about it, she actually did figure out that Daki was evil. But she did that dumb shit though. Yeah, I'm coming back to the horror trope here, but it's hard with that anime with, you know, demons that eat humans, right, in the night. Because she's also kind of stupid. She's like a mixture of, I don't know, she's both smart and stupid, right? So, Umitsu, she's figuring out that Daki eats humans, right? She basically figured out that this woman here, this Orion, right, you know, super prostitute, is eating humans in secret, right? And she's gonna fight her or whatever, you know, expose her or whatever. But then she does this stupid horror thing. So honestly, I will put her in trash because she really represents for me this annoying, you know, horror character, right? Where a mixture of her is that, yes, she's intelligent enough, right, to figure out that Miss Ass is evil, right? Again, she's figured out that this woman here is evil. Look at that ass, yeah. She's like, that ass has to be evil, right? She figured it out. But after she figured out that the evil ass is a killer, she goes and fights Daki, right? And Daki just kills her, right? And that's kind of what I mean, because she really represents that, like, that weird, I feel, trope in so many horror movies or shows or whatever, right? Where they just kind of, yeah, like, why are they confronting the bad guy by themselves, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to spoil too much here, but for example, Engaged Kiss, that's going right now, has the exact same thing, where one of the guy, I won't spoil it in detail here, but basically, one character is figured out who the traitor is, right? And instead of then just telling everyone that, oh, X person is a traitor, he goes and confronts the traitor, and then the traitor kills him, you know what I mean? Like, because they're one-on-one, right? Yeah, it's like, why don't you just, like, tell people first, and then there's a flashback, and then another person did the exact same thing with other traitor. So she kind of has that. I put her in mid then. She's smart enough to figure out the truth, but dumb enough to not tell anyone. Okay, so we're already. I think we kind of got rid of the weaker waifus now, right? Now we got more like good shit here. Most of them. Okay. This is not a trash woman though. Oh, she's trash, man. Okay, this woman just gets owned, man. She's probably the most trash. She's a demon slayer that just got owned, yeah. And she fights the spiders, right? The spider MILF and so on, or whatever. And, you know, they control her, right? She kills her teammates, and then she, you know, gets killed by her. So she's basically the most trash. At least this woman here was like normal humans, no idea what's happening, and they get owned by the demons, right? This woman, you know, gets tricked into a dark alley. But she attacks the demon and gets owned, yeah. So she's a trash, the weakest demon slayer, probably. She is probably literally the weakest female demon slayer we see, right? Because all the other, you know, Shinobu, these ladies, right, they are top dogs, right? Yeah, these chicks are all, you know, top dog waifus, right? And she's just like, oh, she got owned. So, yeah, that's low, man. Okay, now I think we got rid of most of the low tier then. Okay, so let's start with one of the hot chicks. Okay, let's go into one of the top waifus, right? Who should we start with? I kind of want to start with. I found that really good image I feel of Shinobu. Man, this image is great. Where's my Shinobu image? I just found it before this stream here. I did put it in the thumbnail after I did the thumbnail. I have it here, man. Oh man, this image is great. Look at that. Oof, look at that. Yeah, that's Shinobu, man. So go Shinobu. Shinobu, I think it's a very interesting waifu, right? She's voiced by no other than, of course, Saori Hayama, right? One of the best voice actors, and she's voicing, of course, Mama Yor. She voices, you know, Yamato, of course, in One Piece, right? She voices Asrial, Asasal Arial, whatever it's pronounced, in Rumakun and so on. So, of course, she voices a lot of these, you know, kind of how do I say it? Hot MILF, right? I think she's the MILF voice actor, yeah. Mama Yoko, of course, a MILF and so on, right? Yamato is definitely an old... You know, Yamato is older woman, right? Yeah. She isn't, like, super old, but obviously Yamato is older than... Well, obviously Frankie and Brooke are, you know, old, right? But she's like a Nika Robert at least, yeah. So she's a little older, big, of course, and Odin and so on, right? So, yeah. But I feel this is probably the role that kind of set this for her, right? So, before she did Demon Slayer, she had done... what's it called? Kakaguri, the gambling anime, right? And that's kind of her breakthrough anime. But after she did that anime, I was a Demon Slayer in this role, right? As Shinobu is Seo Hayame's biggest role, definitely, right? It really made her career, right? She did all the animes too, right? But this is kind of her biggest thing, I would say, that made her become one of the biggest stars in anime, right? And honestly, I feel this role also kind of typecast her, right? For better or worse, because she's obviously playing this older, you know, lady, right? Somewhat older lady Demon Slayer, and you know, she's a MILF, right? She got her girls to training, she's a healer and so on, right? And it does definitely feel like this is kind of her typecast now, you know, Mama Yoko and so on. Yeah, this is her MILF role, and after she played this MILF, now she's gonna play all the MILFs. No, but seriously, I feel this is like her first real, you know, okay, she's voicing a MILF, right? This button is better. Yeah, but really, Shinobu is of course a top character, but I also feel it's so interesting because, you know, when she voiced Shinobu, right? When she voiced Shinobu, that kind of set her character, her role. You know what I mean? That kind of set this voice actor's role to become kind of this like super top dog MILF actress. Yeah, no, but seriously, again, right? She only had done Kaguri that I would say she was somewhat famous for, right? But after she did Shinobu, she got cast as like 5-6 more MILFs, right? This is like she became one of these like, because she's a very soft spoken, right? You know, she's a very soft spoken woman, right? It's very the kind of nurturing older lady vibes, right? So if you like a MILF, I think Shinobu is probably your number one pick, right, for a waifu. But I also think it's fun again that the voice actors became kind of like synonymous with like, okay, we need a MILF actress. Okay, she can she can do it. Who did I play Mama Or? Oh, she can play. This woman is a motherly character. She only plays moms, right? Yeah, she's the mom, man. Definitely. So I give her the mom role. It's better than Daki though. I don't know. She's a hardier. Daki got the body, man, but she got that super MILF. Yeah, she got super MILF, man. Shinobu got that powerful MILF vibe, right? Now then, Mitsuru. Now it's hard, man, because she's also obviously here in the top right. Next season it's gonna be her. I very much think that the next season, not that one, yeah, not those one. They hear me. Mitsuru, she's gonna be the next, right? I've seen the trailer, right? So right, she's gonna be she's getting her season right. That will probably propel her, you know, further up, right? Now we don't know too much about her. But isn't Shinobu old though? But she's that's a weird thing though. But when you say it is weird, right? Because yeah, Shinobu plays this MILF character, right? She really does. I mean, the voice actress is only voices MILF basically, and she has this soft-spoken voice. But isn't she older than the least Kanoe? Who is Kanoe? Man, no, yeah. No, how old is her? How old is her disciples? But isn't she older than all the other ones? You know, we come into them soon here, but isn't she like older than? Where is an image of her little butterfly girl, right? I don't have the image for it. Kanoe. Oh, did I have to put her in the list? Oh no, did I miss out on her? No. Mistakes were made if I can't find her. Oh, her image bugged or something. Damn it. But I'm sure I put her in the list. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, how old is she actually? I'm gonna put her in best girl anyway, but because we got the other girls, right? We got, you know, the... My god. I always put in the list, and it annoys me. I put her... So I made an image of her. Damn it. I'm gonna... I don't know, how old is she? I gotta go and check this. How old is, Kanoe? Oh, she's 16. And she's like 18 or something when the story is or whatever. Yeah. Man, it is... No, she's... Shinobu is 18 when the story starts. Oh, she's 18 and then she's like 20 or something. She's like 18 when the story starts. But yeah, that feels weird, honestly. I admit it, I thought she was older. She's 18 when she first appears. But that feels weird to me. Like seriously, I admit it. I thought she was older because she's such a like a milfy voice character. Right? She talks like, "Oh yes, let me." But I made the image earlier, and obviously I don't understand why my Kanye image doesn't work. But I made an image of her earlier today, but I must have forgot to say something. Annoying. Let me just give a second. I made an image of her earlier. Jesus Christ. Because Khan, of course, got a cute butterfly. Yeah, what happened with that image earlier? Sometimes the images get weird right in this site because they're like something they can't handle PNGs or whatever, right, for some reason. But because you also have Kanye too, right, which is her disciple, and no, but Kanu is like 16, 17. But yeah, getting spoiled by the wiki is terrible. That's what I thought a lot about last week, right? Of course, we did Mushoku Tensei, and that is really, really annoying. Yeah, when you go to the wiki and so on, you get spoiled. But as I said last week, Mushoku Tensei was way worse because Mushoku Tensei, every character they spoil everything. They're like, here is this character's daughter. Yeah, that was way. Demon Slayer wiki looks way better. Okay, but generally speaking, right? I said again, just people haven't seen my last stream, by for last Monday. Mushoku Tensei's wiki is the worst thing ever because you have everything in the open, right? Normally the wikis are way better constructed so you don't get spoiled immediately by everything. But yeah, she's slight. But it is weird to me that Kanu, honestly, I didn't know that. I thought she was like several years younger than Shinobu. This really, I forgot about that. It's weird to me that Shinobu is 18 when it starts. I thought she was like 10 years older than Kanu here. This feels so weird. It feels so weird. I was like, man, this goddamn anime, man. This goddamn anime. Nezuko is already confusing with her whole, she's a demon, but she can also grow in size and so on. But I'm just like, well, what happened with this thing, right? No, yeah, I'm just like, that's weird. It's like, yeah, no, I'm just like, what happened? Oh, yeah. No, I can see it happening, man. You definitely do. Yeah, I keep saying it, right? I just say it again, really, honestly. When I do these lists, right, I absolutely agree, right? You get spoiled a lot. I thought about it last week a lot, right? I almost whined about it a lot last week. But you certainly get, like spoiled. Yeah, you get spoiled a lot when you go over these kind of lists, right? You really do. You really do. It is hard because you're there, right? You're trying to like, you're trying to find like one image of this character or something. You're trying to get the thing. Or for example, you're like, how old is this character? Is she like 20 or something, right? You're trying to figure out who's the older character, who's the milfy character, whatever, right? And you usually end up with like, oh no, they accidentally read that this character dies in this episode, or whatever. It is a very, very common issue. It is seriously a very common issue, and I try to avoid it, right? Yeah, I try to avoid it best I can, but it is hard. Like, it's seriously hard. It's easier, right, when you actually have it done. It's easier when you have an anime that is over, of course. You have an anime that has been finished, right? Then it's easier, but yeah, it is a thing that happens all the time. But anyway, let's go on here. But it's still confusing to me that Kanye is only like 3 years younger than Shinobu. I'm still like, wait, what are happening? I'm just confused now. I'm just like, wait, what? I knew people already were like, oh no, this character is, Nezuko can change age or whatever. But seriously, let's go back to the list. Sorry, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore here. Doesn't really matter for Kanyu though. I was gonna put her in a typical, high level best girl tier anyway. It's a cute girl, right? Appears. I wouldn't put her in waifu anyway, so doesn't really matter. But I'm very confused now that Shinobu is. How old is Mitsuri? Damn it, I don't wanna know, because if I press the wiki, then I'm gonna get spoiled. Jesus Christ, okay, how old is Mitsuri? Like, Jesus Christ, that's like, go back here now and like, no, I don't want to know, damn it. I don't want to press the button because now I'm gonna get spoiled. She dies or something. That's when I have to hold my hand and be like, how old is she? Okay, she's 1 year older. What? She's only, how did die too young or something? Like, damn it! All this damn character. So Mitsuri She's only like 1 year older than Shinobu, like 2 year older. So she's slightly more milfy than, right? She's like the oldest demon slayer. Why do they all die? Oh, I guess it's like their life expectancy with sure, the life expectancy, right, of a demon slayer is so short, I guess, that they all die. But it feels weird now. Am I the only one who's gonna turn off the stream and say this anime is weird, man? No, but it feels weird now because that is true. Even the ones that are presented as way older and milfier are actually not that much older. But it's true, for example, with Inosuke's mother. Where is she? There she is, for example, right? She got pregnant at like 16 or something. Yeah, like there's a lot of teenage pregnancy in Demon Slayer. There really is. Yeah, I feel most of them are literally technically MILFs, right? Like she's a MILF, but she gave birth at like 17 or something. But yeah, they're all in the 20s at best. Yeah, she's in the 20s too in the end of the storyline. So they're all around in the 20s. It feels so weird. But I guess when I think about it, but I mean, I guess the author is not on purpose, right? Because they all kind of only live to the 20s. But he doesn't want to, just be like, here's a bunch of Beskos. He wants to be like, but this guy's a milfy character. This character is the older and it's like a mother character or whatever. She has two kids or whatever, right? So they do have a lot of children, right? Because, they do have kids or whatever, right? Like she has 4 kids or so on, right? So most of them actually have children in the end of the storyline or whatever, right? Or already have them in the anime and so on. But yeah, they all get pregnant at like 18 or 20 or something. they all get teenage pregnancy and I guess, right? I guess they're it is weird, man, that they are like it is weird that they are all but sure, in some aspect though, and this I already thought about for the stream, in some aspect, for example, again, in Inosuke's mom, right, that is like teenage pregnancy character. It does make sense though from a historical aspect, to be honest, right? Yeah, to be fair, it makes sense because this is like Japan in the past, and I think about that not every day, I mean, but it's interesting to live or having lived, right, in different industrial countries, because today, right, people don't have children, right? Like in Japan, people don't have kids, right? Like Japan's an issue, right, that too few people are being born. In these years in Japan, like no one's being born, and you see the same thing in like whatever Sweden, right, Europe in general, and America and so on. And it's a clear, very very clear, industrial thing, right? So for example, you see immigrants coming to like Sweden, right? After they live in Sweden for like 1 or 2 generations, so their kids are born in Sweden, right? They also only have like one kids, right? Yeah, immediately when people started living in industrial countries, they start having way fewer kids. Of course, the reason is because in the past, kids would, they would get sick, right? Yeah. Of course, the past is that if you go back only like 120 years ago, you needed to have like 6-7 kids, right? Because half of them would die before they grew up, right? That's just reality, right? Unfortunately, right? And that's of course why the king would always have like 20 kids, right? Because you need to have someone taking over the kingdom, right? And half the princes would die from like some random diseases, right? Like 5 or something. So they would never really survive, you know what I mean? And this anime, of course, takes place in like historical Japan. So, I mean, from a historical aspect, it makes sense though that, for example, Inosuke's mom was like, was a teenage pregnancy, right? Because that's probably what actually happened in reality. That you would probably have your first kid when you're like, latest 18 or something. That is true in this anime. But this anime takes it to heart, man. Think about it. This anime takes it to heart. Because almost every mother in this anime has kids when she's very young in this anime. I think about it. 15 kids, man. That's probably too much though, but that's crazy, man. 15 kids. My grandma had about like 5 kids. My grandma, great grandma probably only had like 3 or so. But yeah. So I guess in that aspect though, they're all technical MILFs, right, in this anime. Oh my god, man. But anyway, I don't know, man. I kind of like, we haven't seen enough about Mitsuri, but I think she's hotter than Shinobu from like, just how she looks though. And dark is there. Man, okay, let's talk about he's another MILF then. But she's hot, man. Okay, so she dies young, right? But yeah, this is of course, that man is terrible. But that's kind of how it is, yeah. That's one thing too. not derail the stream too much, but I think that's a good point too, right? That yes, of course, people die in war too, right? Yeah, like you have a lot of children, and they also happen, right, that they die in in World War and other wars. Of course, World War II and World War One is the most prominent one, right, in the recent years, of course, but that's also one thing, right? And that's one thing that's interesting. I said a side note, it's interesting if you look at some countries like England and so on, that the reason England has a lot of gingers, this is the truth, okay? No, but the reason that, the England has a lot of, and Ireland and so on, there's two reasons. It's the nature, it rains a lot and so on, but it's also that they had so much war, right? The British Empire had so many wars that that they lost a lot of. Yeah, it's a really weird like history facts that they had like, because especially the British Empire, they had so many naval battles, right? They had naval battles like 300 years straight, and naval like sea warfare is terrible, right? Because you die from and so on. Yeah, Demon Slayer is kind of bad, but Demon Slayer is kind of that time. But honestly, it probably is worse to be a sailor, okay? Like seriously, being a samurai fighting demons, so on, high death chance, but it's worse being like a sailor, okay? Everyone died, in the freaking sea wars. Yeah, they were like, terrible, man. And my mouse is doing this, okay, whatever. This woman, she was. I can't decide what she should be. Anyway, let's talk about some other waifus, man. Derailing with history facts, man. But so, Inosuke's mom is hot, man. She's probably hotter than Tyler's mom. Inosuke's mom was babe, man. Inosuke's mom was a babe, okay? She was a babe. She's not a MILF. I realized that most of them are technically MILFs, though. Even though they're in the 20s. It's good. It's good. She's pretty hot, man. And she was a good mom, right? What more do we have? Oh yeah, this woman is awesome, man. What's her name now again? Tomoe? Right? Like the demon lady? What's her name again? I think it's Tomoe. Maybe I say it wrong. Tamoyo. I was like Tomoe. No, Tomoe is the Itoyunji. Yeah, I was like, Tomoe is Itoyunji, right? What I was like, Tomoe is Itoyunji. Her name is like Tamoya or something. Tamoyo. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, so she's the, the anti-demon lady, right? She's a demon, but she wants to, of course, help the humans to fight demons, right? So she's, I think, into the character, again speaking, right? But she also has the kind of huge MILF vibe, she's like an immortal vampire chick, basically, right? That, like, fights other vampires, basically, that kind of typical anti, I will protect the humans, that, right? And, she got that old, she's like a 1,000-year-old vampire woman. She definitely got that straight out of the classic vampire MILF going thing, right? Immortal MILF, yeah. But she's also cool, man, helping out the humans and so on, right? That's, but she's a bit dark as ass, though. I don't know. We can review this later. What more do we have? I don't think that the spider MILF, though. She's probably the only, like, really failure as a MILF, right? You learn the truth about them. I'll put her in trash. Okay, we're gonna discuss this. The spider MILF, right? So the spider woman is interesting because she actually isn't a MILF, right? She said it's a fake MILF. Yeah, she's a very weird character, right? So obviously she got the kahunas, right? She got the kahunas. Spider Mama. She got big oppas and so on, right? And she's like a Doflamingo with boobs, right? The thing is that when you actually learn the truth about the spiders, this also goes for her daughter, right? That they are a fake family, and there's a weird backstory, right? When you learn about the spiders, she's actually isn't like, she's still a, I don't know, she can still be older, I guess, because she's a demon, but her real body shape is like she's flat or whatever. No, I'm just kidding, but it's weird, man. Yeah, that she isn't the actual mom, but the thing is that both of her and her daughter, which is also again her fake daughter, right, is they're both controlled by Ruby, right, the evil spider, the true Spider King or whatever I call him. He's forcing them into his family, right? So he's taking these demon chicks, right, and forcing them to be his, like, I don't know, surrogate family thing, right? So I found that demon spider mommy is a goddamn loser, right? Think about it, because she's hot and so on, and she's pretty powerful because she got this demon, the spider thing going on. But again, she's just like being forced by this other demon to pretend to be his mom. Think about that. She's freaking owned the man, yeah. He's bottom tier, man. That is bottom tier, right? And the same thing goes with, of course, with the fake daughter. That they are like they're like agreeing with this crazy guy to, you know, be their fake parent or whatever, right? It's some weird, I don't know, Oedipus complex character or something. It's kinda, he's like, I need to have a hot mom or something. It's weird, man. It's weird. But she's also, I mean, again, I think she's a really weak character. She does his bidding, man. It's weird. It's very weird. But anyway, what else? That thing. But yeah, but I think it's fair to put her in, you know, like trash tier, man. Yeah, trash tier. Same with daughter then. But the mom is hotter, I guess. But yeah, and they're both like, I don't know, some age. But they both have the same thing, right? Think about it. The daughter has another face too. Yeah, they're both just pretending. Daughter actually has like black hair or something. They both using their powers to look different. It's just really weird. It's really weird, man. Whatever. I put them in trash. They're freaking trash demons, man. They're probably the most trashy demon. This is arguably the best arc though, from an actual weird standpoint. I don't say it's the best story, but the spider storyline, the spider family storyline is probably the weirdest part of all Demon Slayer. From from the demon standpoint, right? How they're like, it's a fake family and they have to pretend to love him or something, and it's just it's weird. It is the weirdest arc, man. Again, I think from the demon standpoint, right? You know, Daki's her brother is definitely less weirder. I think Daki and her bro, right, are definitely less crazy family, and they're actually family too. And there's some backstory how she loved her brother and all this stuff, right? These two are just like freaking losers, man. I feel. But anyway, let's take another demon. So we got hot chick muscular demon, man. She's waifu, man. She's waifu tier, man. She is hot, okay? So her name is like what? Susumaru? Something like that? Sasumaru? Maru, like a boy, right? Yeah, Susumaru. And she's obviously a very muscular character. So you know I like her. Can you remember how she looks? She got that abs, you know. Yeah, she's the abby muscular demon chick, you know, with like, she throws the balls. But come on, she's a hot damn character. Am I the one who likes Susumaru? Look at her. She's a super muscular demon chick, right? I found her hilarious, yeah. It was kind of funny too. I saw this image when I was googling image, right, for this stream. Then I found this one. This is so Rule 34, man, okay? This is just weird, okay? So I was googling, right, Susumaru, and I found this image. Yeah, like someone has made her, but you know, they've like up-bite increased her. I was like, who's done this, man? Goddamn internet, okay? Seriously, goddamn internet. Someone has taken Susumaru, this like muscular demon chick, and just gave her like, you know, a massive boob job. Yeah, it's like plastic surgery demon time, man. Yeah, it was like, what if she had like 10 times bigger up-eyes? I was like, sure. I'm not complaining. No, it looks really weird. It looks really weird. Am I on again? I mean, not to be that guy, right? But bigger isn't always better. No, but I found it kind of funny. Just I saw this image of her, and I was googling her name, like straight up. And it was like 10 of these, okay? It was like a lot of, don't Google Susumaru. No, but seriously. I googled Susumaru, and I got like so many images of Susumaru with like gigantic op-eyes for some reason. Not with any other character, right? Because if you Google other character, like Shinobu or whatever, you get, you know, Shinobu in, I don't know, in the shower or whatever, right? But if you Google Susumaru, you get her with like fake tits, man. It's really weird. And I don't think it fits either, right? She's a muscular woman, right? She's supposed to be this, again, this like, you know, muscle pack, right? So it looks weird too, because her normal shape, right, is her being quite flat, I guess, because she's supposed to be very, very muscular. So that would make her, you know, have low body fat, right? So yeah, her with like gigantic op-eyes looks just strange, but there was so many of them. I don't understand why. That's a thing, I guess, maybe. Something very specific thing people do with just Susumaru. They're like, this woman needs bigger. But yeah, handball Susumaru, right? She's an awesome. But I like that fight too. That was probably where I really liked in Demon Slayer, honestly. I mean, they had a good episode 1 and so on, right? But that fight is really shines, right? I think from the first standpoint, because it's cool how they throw the balls and the vector stuff and so on. Yeah, that's probably the first really good fight. Before that, sure, the anime looks amazing, so on, right? And the winter fight, right, in the snow looks good for episode 1. But I wouldn't say that the fights up to that point looked as, like this 10 out of 10 fights. The Susumaru fight is the first real 10 out of 10 blowing my mind fight, right? Definitely. And then, of course, it gets better and better. I'm not saying it's the best, but definitely not. the Suzumaru fight is not the best fight, definitely not. But I mean, up to that point, right? It was like really, I would say, yeah. When she fights with her handball throwing stuff and so on, that was really when you're like, whoa, this looks like, yeah. That was, I was easily was the first like massive brain hemorrhage, amazing animated fight, right? But I think she's hot, man. I love Mask 6, right? So I think I put it up here somewhere. She's not Daki though. Daki got an ass and is muscular. Yeah, but she's hot, man. I like Suzumaru. Okay, what more do we have? We got Rengoku's Ruka is her name. I mean, she's an attractive MILF. Yeah, she doesn't do much in the storyline, right? Ruka, Rengoku, Rapid's mom. She's just like hot red eyes. She's an attractive woman, basically. Not much storyline with her. Like one sentence to her son, right? Whatever. I put her up there. Maybe I put her in mid, but not she's hot though. I put her up there, but pretty low. But I also have like another waifu list, right? Like she could be like waifu with storyline, waifu with just attractive. But I don't know, yeah. What more do we have? I guess she's kind of similar. She's like the what's her name? Amane, something like that, right? Amane, yeah, Amane. She's the leader's waifu, right? Same thing with her, right? Doesn't do much. She has 4 kids. She's the mom, though. Yeah, she's definitely technically a MILF, though. She has a lot of children. She got like 4 or 5 kids or whatever, right? But, she's just kind of like helping him to, control the demon slayers, right? And help out with the organization. And she looks pretty hot, though. I mean, yeah, I guess maybe she's hotter than Rengoku's mom. I don't know. They kind of equal for me, Yeah, they're just like MILFs. They're kind of equal. What more do we have? We got the triple little best girls. I find them kind of annoying, honestly. I put them here, I guess. They're not in the same level of like Kanewell. They're just kind of like the little squad girls that do cleaning and so on, right? Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? These are just the girls that, they clean, right? They run around and do stuff. They're kind of cute. I mean, but they're almost purely played for comic relief, right? But I think they are these kind of best girls, right? Yeah. They just run around and do stuff to help out. They're like, Tanjiro-kun, let me clean or something, yeah. No, don't push your body too hard. They just run around and or frantic, right? But I would say one thing with their issue with these 3 girls, though, and this is what this kind of teal is, right? Talking about best girl, waifus or whatever, right? Is that they're all of them. I mean, I can't. What's the difference, right? What's the difference? One has red hair, one is blue. Yeah, it's like red, blue, green. Pokemon again. Yeah, it's a starter Pokemon, but there's like no difference. They're always together. Like I don't know. One name is Sumi, right? I don't know who is Sumi. Is that the blue one, the red one? That's the problem with this character, right? They're definitely like kind of the DuckTales, whatever. Yeah, they don't have personality. No, but seriously, it's like for example, if you have seen DuckTales, the newest one, the ones that are airing in 19 maybe. Whatever, but they're 17, right? Yeah, whatever. DuckTales, the remake is really good for me. I love it, really good. In that one, right, the actual, the ducks, right, so to speak, they're now personalities, right? So while they're triplets, they now actually have very different personalities. And again, DuckTales is a really good show. I really recommend it. Fantastic show. But the old DuckTales that I grew up with, right, it was a great show, also, right. But in that show, of course, the triplets are they're just there, right? You know what I mean? They're good characters in a general sense, but look at these girls. There's no real difference between like Huey and Louie and Dewey and so on, right? It's all about Uncle Scrooge, right? Which of course he steals the carry in both these shows, right? But for example, I really like how in the modern DuckTales they actually gave them different personality types, right? They aren't just blue, green. They aren't just red, blue, and green duck anymore. They actually have very different personality types, right? It's still that Uncle Scrooge is the one that really is carrying the show, of course, but you can really feel a difference, right? So it's the 3, one of them is very greedy and so on, right? Definitely, but it's a great show for that matter. But these girls, they remind me of the old DuckTales, right? Like straight up, yeah. One is red, one is blue, one is green, and I have no idea who is doing what. You know what I mean? I have no like there's no difference between them, right? If I look at this image. I can't tell you who is who, I can't tell you who is the blue one, what. I genuinely can't. And I'm really good at these names. I feel I'm very, very good remembering names. So animes, like almost perfect memory, whatever, right? In photographic memory. But I just can't tell the difference here between Sumi and the other ones. I have no idea, right? Because they're always together. I just can't put them apart except, yes, one is green, one is blue, but who is who? Alright, so no, I think they're pretty, but obviously it's supposed to be like a comic relief, right? You kind of run around and you're, just there, right? But okay, we soon have the final battle, right? So Nesco, the Beaver player, I feel is pretty mid though. Yeah, whatever. She's just like the demon that plays the Beaver. That's the much story like that. Then we have Aoi. I mean, she's pretty cute. I guess I put her up here then, compared to these girls, right? She got a little more personality, more spunk. She's kind of spunky, yeah. I mean, compare these two, right? These four, I guess. But yeah, he's an actual character, right? And then of course Nesco, our city's Nesco. Let's put the Nesco up here in big screen, right? Bam! Of course, the Nesco, the legendary Nesco, is the best girl of best girls, right? I have stands here actually. Yeah, I haven't put it on in a while. Oh, this is how the figure actually looks, right? Of course, the Nesco is the best girl. I like this stand here, but it's kind of too heavy to have it in front of me. But so this is the figure, and I unboxed it on a video. You know what? Yeah, I'll link over that video and unbox it. But I like this stands because, well, this is a very most legendary scene I feel of Demon Slayer, right? Where she's running and so on. I like this figure especially because you actually get this wooden. Look at that. You actually get this. I don't know what it's called. The stand, right? The actual, yeah, the stand in it. The figures holding things, the flower and so on. If you look at the pudding here, right? A normal stand is just a kind of a black circle, right, or a white circle or whatever. They don't normally have like a very specific. So this is a very typical, specific scene. This is, yeah, that to be fair, this thing is getting more and more common though. It is absolutely. To have a stand like this, right, like one of these scene stands, it is getting more and more common in production or whatever. But sure, of course, this is the best girl, right? I mean, legendary best girl. Very. I mean, a viral best girl, right? Nesco. This scene when she's running, of course, counter-chasing her. But Nesco is a weird character, though. But she also has this, like, I don't know, adult mode, right? Which got very viral, too. When she was fighting Daki and she grew, But yeah, Nesco has that power to either be a tiny little girl and be a big, muscular, lady warrior. So she goes up and down, right? But of course, Nesco is the main girl, right? And I like Nesco, right? I didn't just buy this figure because it's a viral anime hit, right? But I like Nesco because she's a fun character, and she's obviously is the main comic relief, right, of the anime, yeah. And Tanjiro defending her and so on. So if you're gonna make, now we're doing tier list for an anime, right? But if you're gonna look at all, shonen animes or whatever, right, and compare the best girl war, right? You're gonna have 100 best girls from different animes, top best girls, right? Obviously, Nesco is, I wouldn't say she's gonna win, but she's definitely in the top, right? She's gonna be one of the top contenders to be like truly the best of best girls, right? So, of course, it's a no-brainer in this list that she is by far this anime's best girl. Like by far, she's gonna beat Kanyo and Aoi or whatever, right? They're not even close to it. So it's kind of like normally, on this list, we have. Normally we have the waifu, and then we have maybe like a GHISLAINE tier or whatever, right? Like we have another tier to kind of just really put out like, no, this woman is, like the best, right? But what I would do here with Nesco, right, is that we kind of have to do this thing, right, This is kind of how to do with Nesco, yeah. She's just a best girl, then we need to have like a Nesco tier, right? But obviously it's not a waifu, so it's not the same thing, you know what I mean? Because like I said last stream, for example, right? Like I mentioned, right? GHISLAINE, right? Obviously. Super waifu, yeah. So if you haven't seen my retention video, obviously GHISLAINE is the waifu of waifus, right? She gets her own, waifu tier, right? Which is way better than the other waifus. They can't compete with freaking GHISLAINE, right? If you look at the Bleach tier list, we got freaking Yurichi, right? The other waifus can't beat Yurichi. That's another waifu tier, right? But I think with Nesco, yeah, with Nesco it's like, no, here we're talking like, here we're talking, yeah, best girl, right? Legendary. So she's like the third step of best girl, yeah. So you got best girl, legendary best girl, and then a Nesco tier, yeah. Nesco tier is like, this is the best girl of best girls, right? But honestly, I really want to do the thing because I think these are two cool female characters, right? But they're not on Nesco level, you know what I mean? These two girls are on Nesco level. But at the same time, they're definitely better than these girls. But I still kind of, I don't dislike the triplets. Like I said, they're kind of cute, comic relief. a trio, right? I don't dislike them, but I feel that I put them here, right? I can't put these two girls in the same tier as this thing. And they aren't mid. Like, these two girls survived, right? The demons and so on, so they're better than these girls. And they have comic relief and so on, so they can't be in mid. They can't be in this tier, but Nezuko can't be in that tier. I mean, this is the only logical conclusion, right? That Nezuko has her own tier, yeah. The super legendary best girl is Nezuko. This is the only way this list can make any sense. Nezuko needs to be in her own tier, but it's not a waifu tier, you know? It's not one of these, like, who's the best MILF or something, no. It's not in that. She just has another war, yeah, it's not a war to fight. Anyway, what we have left? We have the 3 waifus left, yes. What is left? Do we have, of course, the the 3 waifus? The 3 waifus, right? Now we have to fight here. Who is the best waifu? What do you guys think? This, of course, is one man's 3 waifus, right? Damn it! That's true. Musan should be in the list. Damn it! My god. Now when you say that, that is true, man. Musan is hot, man. Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh my god. I forgot it. I admit it. Musan waifu, yeah. I forgot about that. Musan is pretty hot, yeah. Got that Michael Jackson hotness, you know. My god, I gotta have to redo the whole list now. We're gonna have to reshape the whole list. But honestly, I forgot about that. Damn, I feel embarrassed now. You're right. Yeah, like Musan as you know, this Michael Jackson waifu Musan. That's true. Musan is hot though. No, Musan is hot. Like, this is the Musan waifu, right? This is even better when I'm googling it. Sometimes it's so funny googling stuff because you're like, I googled Musan waifu and then I literally get a Musan waifu image. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. This is legendary, man. I'm gonna update it later here, but this is just hilarious. Okay, this is like, oh my god, this is super hilarious. Oh, that's a wrong one. Damn it! Where did I put the? There it is. Give me a second. This is a hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the stream. I'm just gonna edit it so we get it in. Yeah, put it there. We go. This image is hilarious. Seriously, I'm gonna update thumbnails on it. This one is. I'm sorry, but you're gonna see. Now here we go. This image. Come on. Musan with like a laundry basket. That's the size of it. Come on. This is hilarious. I googled Musan the waifu and it's like Musan with a laundry basket. Oh yeah, literal Musan the wife, man. Oh my god, this cracks me up, man. This really cracks me up when I saw Musan waifu. Holy shit. I didn't. Yeah, I forgot about it, man. I feel embarrassed now. Seriously, like I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that Musan has. That Musan has that like. Yeah, a female body form in some episodes. Yeah, of course it changes around, right? But of course, the internet is filled with these like Musan wife images. My god, yeah, the Musan waifu, man. It's. Yeah, don't Google that. You probably shouldn't Google Musan hen stuff, man. You probably should not Google that, man. You probably should not Google Musan hen stuff. That's probably a bad. You're probably gonna get a lot of weird mess when you do that, man. But man, I just can't. Oh god, I feel everything is wrong in my life now. I feel like, well, how did I forget Musan? You know. How did I forget Musan, right? You know what I mean? How did I forget Musan? It's just... Musan is hot, though. Let's be honest, Musan is hot. But I love the second image here, right? Musan in the... with the laundry basket. It is hilarious. Like the literal... literal... waifu Musan. But anyway, sorry. Now it's cracked me up, man. Okay. Where did I put Musan? I gotta, like... We got think. Oh my god. Okay, I won't redo the list now then, but I do an update video later, right? No, but I update the image later. But the weird thing about hate the tier list is that you can't just add an image. It's just a bad thing, honestly. Side rant, but whatever. But I hate that because now we have to end now, right? We have to triple waifus, right? But I think we're just gonna add. Why? This literally is no add button. It's so stupid. This site is terrible in sense. Why can't I just be like, I want to add one image, you know what I mean? I want to go here and be like, add one image, right? and just have the exact same list, and then of course add in the Musan, right? But instead you have to go back, and if you go back, it resets this order. So you have to like draw them again, right? So it's really stupid. But anyway, let's do the 3 waifu. I put Musan obviously as a waifu, man. Musan is obviously the top waifu, man. Top waifu. But let's first do the 3 waifus. So this is kind of hard, right? This is the triple waifu threat, right? Very prominent in the latest arc, of course, in the entertainment arc. You know, this is what we're gonna save, right? They went kind of viral. Obviously, these waifus went viral because people were complaining, right, that one of the cats had 3 wives, right? That the ninja boy had 3 ninja waifus, right? Like 3 kuruchis. And that was hated, right, by, you know, the internet, right, and Twitter and so on. It was really, yeah, there were some tweets that went really viral. Someone was like, what is this horror? And no, I remember, yeah. There were some tweets that went viral, right? That someone was like, I never heard about harem before, right? The word harem itself was something I never heard, right? It was so weird. And not to be that guy, but some of the hate, right, for these 3 ladies really gave that feeling that Demon Slayer is the only anime some people have seen, right? And then, you know, I like Demon Slayer, right? I'm not one of these like, oh, Demon Slayer is a casual anime. I'm not one of those people, right? Some people, you know, are kind of that. They're like, oh, Demon Slayer is for casuals, right? I don't agree with that. For me, honestly, I find that thing to be sort of weird way to look at it, right? Because some people hate Demon Slayer, right? Because it's popular, right? But for me, that's just very silly. Why would I hate something because it's popular? You know what I mean? Just because a lot of people like something doesn't mean that it's good or bad. It is what it is, right? Likewise, if some people hate something, it can still be good, right? You know what I mean? You shouldn't let whatever popularity affect your own opinion, right? So I don't dislike or I don't like Demon Slayer because it's popular. I like it because I like it, you know what I mean? With my own personal feelings, right? Not because of whatever popularity is, right? That being said, though, I have to say that it was kind of hilarious when these 3 waifus got so much hate, right? These babes, right? They got so much hate, and I have to say, though, that this hate for these waifus, to some extent, right, is the whole, yes, Demon Slayer is very, very popular. Demon Slayer is very, very popular, right? And that is true that some people haven't seen all the animes that I watched Demon Slayer. It still is true, right? The 3 ladies, you know, they got a lot of variety, right? Because, let's be honest, like I keep saying, right, some people, right, have only seen basic Demon Slayer and so on. They are like, what is this? This guy got 3 waifus? Burn it down, right? But it was interesting seeing the hate. But anyway, let's talk about them then. So let's talk about the waifus, right? So we got 3 waifus. And yeah, it's crazy. I love the scene for that matter when she comes in with the crazy kunai spray. Yeah, when she comes in with the kunai attack, man, when she got like the kunai machine, Shuknu kunai or whatever it's called. That's awesome. Makio, I think, got the coolest. He got a gyro vibe. They all got big oppas, let's be honest there. That's one thing that probably made people hate it more. One thing that made people hate it more probably is that they're all pretty big, right? Let's be honest there, yeah. They all got pretty sizable body shape. That probably didn't help, right? That they had massive, you know, oppas, right? That probably did not help. Here it is, the image here. Yeah, I want to have this image here. Yeah. It doesn't have it all pretty. For that matter, if you haven't seen it, there is one image that's really, really fun. Let me show that before I talk about where I pick here. But they got censored in China, I believe. Yeah, in China. This is really fun. If you haven't seen the image, I'll show it here now. This is a real image, right, from China. So this is kind of hilarious. So in China, they censored these 3 waifus, right? Look at that. So if you haven't seen it before, this is an actual image of Demon Slayer in China, right? So obviously, the top one is, of course, the Japanese, you know, the version we have in Japan and, you know, whatever, America and so on, right? Yeah. No, poor man. He's gonna have 3 wives, right? But if you look at the Chinese version of the three waifus, yeah, they censored them, right? So they put them on sleeves, right? They gave them like sleeves. They gave them like, I just love how they like just completely covered them up, right? Because they all 3 of them got big boobs, right? Yeah. So they covered that up. They gave them, you know, completely, yeah, no cleavage at all, right? Yeah, completely removed that. But also the sleeves. Isn't that weird? I think the sleeves is so weird. But I can understand that, okay, here we are in one country here, right? And we're gonna like, you know, we're gonna cover up the cleavage or whatever. It is probably more realistic in a sense. all of them probably wouldn't run around in like massive oppai suits or whatever. But I don't get the sleeves, you know what I mean? I don't get why they would cover up them in sleeves. Like, I don't get to understand why they gave them this, like, she went from, you know, obviously no sleeves whatsoever, right? Big oppais into just both of them, yeah, completely covered in sleeves. And then for some reason, the last one, they didn't give her full sleeves, right? Because none of them have any sleeves at all in the original version. But one of them has half sleeves, or a shirt, I don't recall it right, and the other two has full, completely body armor. It is weird, man. It is weird, but it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. Like, I love it. In sense, and here's another one. Okay, here's another one. But this one here actually looks. I think this one here doesn't look too crazy. Okay, there's a lot of these three ladies are the most censored character in Demon Slayer. Like, seriously, they're censored all the time. But this look too crazy, right? Look at this. So here she's sitting, right, and obviously she got the oppai, you know, big cleavage. And then in the Chinese version, she got like, yeah, they kind of gave her a little more, you know, a little more less cleavage, right? This one I think looks pretty like okay, yeah. But the weird thing is that she's obviously wearing the same clothes, right? So how do they explain that in this scene her clothing is this thing, right? But in the next scene her clothing has full sleeves. So it's like they create obviously like an anime. This is the error, yeah. It's a bug, you know. They should have given her the sleeves here as well, right? Yeah, it's not really consistent with the previous image. They also censored Daki probably. I am sure Daki got censored. Oh my god. Now when I'm googling this thing here, I'll show you this guy's the last image because I think it's kind of funny. But Daki got censored of course too. Of course Daki censored. But the Daki censorship is kind of weird because, yeah, they are censoring her cleavage, right? Yeah, of course. Like there's a cleavage. And then in China she got like a weird black bra or something. Yeah, they're kind of giving her like a... it looks just weird, right? Yeah, they're just giving her like some weird... they're like giving her a training out. Yeah, like a gym bra or something. But anyway, they actually talk about it then. But come on, the Daki one was kind of cute, man. He just gave her like a big black bra. I haven't seen that before. No, I've seen this one that is censoring the three waifus, but I hadn't seen the Daki censoring before. But I'm not surprised. I mean, of course, they're censoring Daki, right? You see that yours censored from Mama Yorman? That was crazy. But anyway, so purely aesthetically wise, right? Makio, the Gairu, is my favorite, right? Because she's a Gairu, man. She got the blonde hair vibe. I like that. She's more Genki and so on, right? I would say immediately that my least favorite is of course the middle one here, okay? Because she's all like, oh no, the Shibu, oh no, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan, right, of her basically being, I don't know. I mean, they have different personalities, right? So she's the worry mode, right? She's the one that is like, oh no, we're gonna die, you know what I mean? And obviously kind of reverse Makio, right? Makio is the Genki one, yeah, and Suma is the, no, we're gonna die. Hinatsu is the cool one, right? So, I'm to be honest here, I actually devalue Suma pretty low, honestly. I'm honest, guys, yeah. I actually value, here she is, Suma, lower than the other ones, okay? Like, pretty much, because, yeah, I guess she's fun and so on, but I don't find that she's as hot, right? Because she's always like, no, we're gonna die, oh my god, girls, oh my god, yeah. She's that kind of like, you know, she's just like, oh, yeah. She's like the paranoid girl, right? This is the Suma in the middle one, yeah. The middle one here, Suma. You know, so you got cool one, Genki one, and yeah, oh, now we're gonna die, right? So, man. Yeah, I kind of feel like if I order them, this is my order, right? Okay. So, yeah. The fun, cool Genki one, the badass one, she's bad at the kunai thing. And then, yeah, Suma with her like, oh no, we're gonna die stuff, right? So, I'm gonna do this thing, right? Okay. So, we're gonna put them up here. I'm gonna put them up here. This is kind of like the... Yeah, I mean, that is true. I do agree with you that they have an archetype. I do agree with you that the thing with all those three wives, right, is they kind of typecasted, right? They kind of have like, they kind of stereotyped because, yeah, he has three wives. It's a harem. They don't have too much screen time, you know, altogether, right? So they are kind of like one-dimensional, not completely, but I mean they have a little bit of like their trait is definitely played out harder, right? oh, she's worried. Oh, I'm worried, you know. Oh, I'm a badass. You know, they definitely have that character type kind of extrapolated, right? Kind of hardcore. Because, yeah, it's supposed to be 3 wives. But this is my order, okay? This is my order. You can... I think people probably agree with me that Suma is the bottom one, honestly. And maybe it's a war between who's the coolest of Maki and Hina. But if I'm gonna order this thing, right, I'm not gonna put them next to each other. So it's gonna be a little more, I feel, showing now, right, when I move them around. Because, yeah, so Shinobu gets over here, right? You know, and now I can put, this is better, right? Dark is obviously better. For example, I'll put them over, yeah, exactly. Well, I wouldn't, maybe she's Sundere, yeah. Definitely Kudere, though. Which is Sundere, though. She's more like a Genki, I was like, yeah. But, okay, now I'm gonna be rough on them, right? Because now I'm gonna split them apart a bit. You know what I mean? See, now it's gonna get rougher, right? Because now I'm gonna like, yeah, I'm gonna sort them in bubble sort algorithm in my head there. I'm bubble sorting. Because now we're gonna get something like this, right? Yeah, see? Now I'm gonna be mean here and put Suma in like 2-3 steps down. Inosuke's mom is cool though, so she's a MILF, man. They're so similar, she's like Inosuke. Female version anyway. Tanjiro's mom, nice. Oriam. Something like this, maybe? I do love my freaking muscular. So something like this, man. Ooh, no, someone got angry, man. Now someone got angry, but I separate all 3 of them. Now someone got angry, man. But I'll be like, no, now I'm gonna put Makio here. And I do probably like Mitsuru more than Shinobi though. But it's voiced by, this is hard, man. Then we got, you know, Now I wanna put Musan in the top. Why did I forget Musan? I'm gonna have to redo this list, man. Why can't you add this one image? Oh my god, I need to add sexy Musan into the image. I need to update the thumbnail, okay? If you look at the video now, I want to update the thumbnail with Musan in there. After we're done this stream, guys, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna put Musan in the thumbnail. I need to put sexy Musan in the thumbnail, guys. Like this is what it is now. Like, yeah, how could I forget gender bender Musan? I know, I'm back at this thing, but come on, sexy, tender, yeah, oh god, this one, man. Oh, but okay, I'm gonna have to put Musan in here. I'm gonna do this thing. We're gonna put Musan. Where is Musan in? Obviously, Musan is a waifu. She's like over here somewhere. Musan is so freaking hot, man. It's like, get a little extra here, man. I need to put my Musan in there. But, yeah, I feel it's a pretty good list. I update it and I will throw in Musan later on Twitter, Discord, so on. But, this is probably where I see a little undecided here with Shinobu, Mitsuru. I mean, I do love Daki though. Jesus Christ, man. Daki's ass, man. Half the anime for me, right? I'm gonna put Daki over. I'm sorry. Daki is hot, man. Like, Daki is the hottest demon, man. I'm gonna put... I need to be honest with myself here. Every Daki... I want Daki to win. I'm gonna be honest here. Daki, she was so hot that I was like, I hope she beats this crap out of these stupid humans, you know? Every Daki scene, I was like, this is it, man. And Mitsuru is so fun, man. Yeah. I probably put it over Shinobu. Let's be honest here. Oh, this one is hard though. But then, you know, Shinobu's mama, you know, her mentor is hotter too, yeah. She's like she's the Shinobu, she's like Shinobu MILF here, yeah. She's like second level MILF of Shinobu, right? They're so similar characters, she's just hotter. She's just the hotter character, okay, damn it, okay. Now I feel this list is accurate, man, okay. I feel it's accurate now, guys. What do you guys think? This is like the list, man. Musan has to be in the list too, man, but the best girls, talked about earlier, obviously, this is like determined, right? You know, the best girls, we got this, we got the kind of random girls in the middle, and then we got kind of like the trash girls that are just, she gets controlled and died, controlled and died, controlled and died, controlled and died. Honestly, all 4 of them were like controlled by someone and gets owned. Even though she, yeah, but Musan, but still, you know. At least she got about Musan, I guess. That was a little more... her controller was a little stronger, I guess. And obviously she's the most trash, right? Because these 2 were already, yeah, controlled by another guy in a weird way. And they're controlling her, right? Yeah. She's like the bottom of bottoms, yeah. She's like the trashiest trash. Let's be honest here. And then we have, you know, random woman that get killed immediately. And random woman that get killed. I guess I put her over. I don't know. This Orion. This woman I have a hard time with, man, because as I said, right, she's a typical stupid horror woman that's like, oh, I realized the truth, but I'm not gonna tell anyone. I'm gonna try to fight the demon myself instead. You're like, why? Why is she doing anything? You know what I mean? Because her storyline. No, I'm putting it in trash, okay? I talk about into trashing her, okay? I'm trashing this Orion because the more I think about it, it's just sort of typical trashy horror character, right? She comes in there and it's like, I have talked about demon chicks that eats human, and I have figured out that you are this demon woman that I've heard about in the past that like was sleeping with men and eating them or something, and I know who you are. You were that like typical, you know, seductive demon vampire, whatever you called. So I will fight you or something, and then she gets killed, right? You know, why didn't she tell anyone? Why didn't she tell other people that she's like figured out that Ducky with her butt is killing them with her super ass? You know what I mean? She figured out that the Ducky was evil, right? And was like, no, I'm just gonna go and confront you. I hate this character. The more I think about it, I hate this character in every horror anime or horror movies. You know, she's just like, oh, I figured out that you're evil. Whatever, you get my point. The more I think about it, yeah. The second time on this woman, right? But seriously, every time these kind of characters appear, and I was this thing. Honestly, I find her to be bad written, honestly, right? It's not ruined like Demon Slayer for me, because she basically just dies, right? You know. But in that way, right, this is like a low-level horror character, right? And I don't think she's probably one of the worst written characters in her storyline, because I just think that this character isn't real. You know what I mean? This character doesn't exist in an actual real world, right? Because some people are stupid, but if you think that, oh, my neighbor is like a psychopath that eats people or whatever, right? You probably won't go over there for dinner, you know what I mean? That only happens in the movies, right? You're like, I want to figure out if my neighbor is a mass murderer or serial killer or something. I'm gonna go over to him and have a nice dinner with him. Oh, he drugged me, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't happen in reality. In reality, people call the cops. They're gonna look at Karen, right? She's a Karen, you know what I mean? She's like that. She's a Karen, isn't she? She's just like, oh no, this woman is probably evil, but I'm gonna investigate, you know what I mean? Like, she's probably a Karen. So what happened in reality is she would call the cops, right? Yeah. She would be like, this woman is evil. She's eating people, you know. That's actually who she would be, right? She wouldn't confront them herself. It doesn't make any sense. It never happens in reality. But of course, in all horror movies or whatever, right? It always happens, yeah. It's always that woman that's like, oh, I'm gonna go here by myself and talk to this serial killer. It's like, no, it doesn't make any sense. It's kind of similar to, you know, they always split up, right, in horror movies. I rewatched American that a few days ago, in the episode where there's a killer, of course, in their house, right? So they're playing this game with all the neighbors, and suddenly someone dies, so they're gonna figure out who it is, right? And then the Colonel, this new character, that's obviously like a murder character, he's just like, let's all split up and search, right? And they're like, great idea, Colonel. If someone screams, you know they're dead or something. You know, it's like, they always play as a parody, because it's a comedy show. They always play as a parody. But that's how dumb it is, right? In every horror movie, they're like, let's split up and go by ourselves. That's a great strategy, yeah. What if we all go to one floor each? You know what I mean? Then we're gonna figure out who dies quick or something. Yeah, it's always like the dumbest thing ever. And she isn't that stupid, but she's literally like a straight up horror stupid girl, right? It's like, oh, I'm gonna go over to the bad woman's house by myself and confront her, because I have figured out that she's actually an Asian demon that my like great grandma saw or something, and she's the same woman, so I'm gonna like go over there, because she literally has figured out that Daki is immortal, right? Hasn't she? If I remember correctly now, hasn't she figured out that Daki is like this immortal woman that's been alive, right, for generations, and she looks exactly the same as she did 50 years ago, whatever. So she has figured out that Daki is like, you know, I'm super MILF, right? Yeah, that probably can't die from, you know, a knife or whatever, and she's gonna go over and fight her. It is so stupid. It is so stupid. I talked myself into putting her in the bottom, man, because that's like literally the dumbest character probably in the whole anime. She straight up figured out that Daki is this legendary like demon vampire chick or whatever, right? And she's like, I'm gonna go and fight her myself. It is so dumb. It is so dumb. The more I think about it, the dumber it gets, man. Yeah. Okay, now that this is perfect, I feel. This is the list, man. Maybe we could argue a little bit who's the hotter MILF or something. Actually, I think that Tanner's mom isn't that hot. I think that Ruka is probably hotter, man. Yeah, okay. It's something like that. Okay, something like that, man. Yeah. Inosuke's mom is the coolest, man. Yeah, she's hot, man. She's probably hotter than her. Not Somos Hot Man. Something like this, man. Now I got it, yeah. This is the list. With Musa, of course. Added Musa. Man, okay, that's a Demon Slayer video, man. Not that too many waifus. There are definitely like 30 more characters that get killed immediately, right? Yeah, it's like 30 more unnamed character like this woman, right? That just gets killed. She has a name though. Her name is something. Tomo or something. I don't care. Toki. Something like that. I just don't care, honestly. Her name is like Toki. Something like that. But who freaking cares, man? She dies in like, Toki is her name. She dies in like 1 minute. Like, seriously. So, of course, this isn't complete because, yes, you can add like 30 more females, right? That all, get murdered in like 1 second, right? Like in most of the shows, right? That's Demon Slayer, guys. Best episode 1. See you guys with. I'll say one thing here. I'll make a video about it, but there's no Made in Abyss this week. I don't think so. I was talking about double episode. That's been delayed, I think. I will make a video about that probably next video. Talk about that. GHISLAINE is also delayed for like 6 months or something. So, no, it's like 4 months now. I don't know, like December or something, maybe at earliest. So, I don't know. This is the mails tomorrow. I talked to my brother this morning, my Ototo. Maybe. He's an introvert though. But my brother, he lives in Japan. He also moved to Japan, rather, put it that way. So obviously I have a lot of, Japanese culture experience, right? But my brother just moved there, like half a year ago. So I was thinking into him maybe. That might be tomorrow, but I can't promise that. Because I talked to him this morning, and he's always like, "No, I don't know, man. No, internet scares me." So he's very introverted. I throw 100 bucks immediately. No, but a little bit. But of course, I don't force him, right? But I think it'd be interesting talking to him because, I don't think they've been in Japan before he moved to Japan. He's been here for half a year now. I think it's interesting to listen to, someone, my cultural crash, right, the difference, the similarities, so on, right? So that might be tomorrow, but I can't promise anything because he probably is gonna say no. He said he might do it with me tomorrow. So let's. But I think it'd be fun because I can obviously give you my, here's my Japanese cultural take, right, and compare it to like American culture and European culture, Pacific culture. But I've been doing this thing with Japanese companies and so on, right, for 10 years, right. I worked with my first Japanese company like 11, 12 years ago. So I take it in a very different way, right? He's just moved to Japan, right? So I think it's a very different cultural take, you know what I mean? Like I think it's a very different, like he's kind of fresh in that, experience of Japan, right? Where I'm just like, well, Japan. Yeah, but I'm a little more like, well, that's how it is in Japan, Yeah, I'm a little more, I think it's kind of funny too, because I would guess that some stuff that he's annoyed about, right? I probably am just like, whatever. Decentralized. I'm used to it. Centralized by that now. And some more thing that I take for granted, he might be like, that's amazing and whatever. But I'll say one thing though, I was saying about Japanese culture, the last thing here. I think it's interesting in the sense that, obviously, I'm from Sweden, he's from too, of course. Japan and Sweden is very similar. Yeah. I will make one video about that eventually anyway, where I summarize that I feel better. But Sweden and Japan is actually very, very similar, which I think is kind of funny. Maybe it's not like anime, no, but it's really similar. If you look at the cultural map, this is cultural map. I'm making a video, but subscribe for that video. I'm making a video about it. I'm working on a video about it, but Sweden and Japan is actually very, very similar. So if you look at the cultural map that I'm talking about, which I showed on the video coming in the future, but in the cultural map, Sweden and Japan, they both have a maximum Y value. So you have an X and Y, so the two-dimensional map. And both Sweden and Japan are up here, okay? They're top dogs in this one value, in like cultural values, but they're kind of separate in the X value. But in the Y value, they're basically the same. And Sweden is the highest Y value in the world, and Japan is like the second highest. So they're very, very similar in one aspect. I think that's very interesting, honestly, because again, right, that means that Japan and Sweden are very, 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 like, in the one aspect, right, incredibly similar. But in the other aspect, that's quite different, which makes it kind of a weird cultural crash, right? Where it's like 50% of the society is the same, you know what I mean? And the other 50 is very, very different. So it's like that weirdness, right? It's like that weirdness. But so I'll talk to people about, let's see that. But regardless though, I'm working on that video, yeah. I think the interesting thing, right, how you're gonna have like, okay, in 5 out of 10 factors, it's like the same country. And the other 5 is like, what? This doesn't make any sense, yeah. It's very weird. For example, if you compare Sweden or Japan or whatever to America, it's not the same as all. No, it's quite different actually, right? So, for example, it's more mixed, you know. Yeah, it's like, yeah, very different in that sense. Of course, in some aspects, it's more similar to America, but not very much, right? But you see it a lot. I think one thing is like secularism, probably mainly speaking, right? You know, Japan and Sweden doesn't have much. Yeah, you don't have much faith these days. That's probably one thing. Very industrial country, of course. But anyway, please subscribe, slap us all right, and yeah, I don't know what to do otherwise this week, man. We soon have, of course, new animes coming. About Chainsaw Man earlier today, right? And now it's just like, man, yeah, everything is delayed. I think it's like 3 animes delayed, Black Clover's delayed too.